And good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening from wherever part of the world you are watching. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Denise Carew. And today I wanted to talk to you about grounding and earthing. And I wanted to talk to you about how I was told to do this. And it's a very, very interesting story. And I think all of us should be earthing, especially now with the impending rollout of 5G. I'm really not happy about this. And all I have to say is for those techies who want 5G, well, you are welcome to keep 3D Earth. The rest of us are going to the new Earth, where we choose not to have EMFs bombarding us and changing our DNA and causing inflammation, which is the root of all disease and pain within our body. I am not happy with this at all. And if you listen to Simon Parks and Sasha Stone's latest interview, it was very eye-opening, and I know a lot of us are not really happy about this, and we know why they're doing it. I grew up in the era of party lines. Remember when you used the telephone, which was connected to the wall, and you had either the rotary dial or the push, and when we got the phone where the cord was like 12, 15, 20 feet, and you could walk around the house with the cord, but it still was connected to the wall, we thought that was really great. But I grew up in the era of a party line, and I'd get on the line to talk to my boyfriend, and then the little old lady next door, you could hear her pick up. Yeah, or if somebody was in a hurry, can I use the line, please? And we just didn't know any different. And we survived. I'm still here today. But it's kind of like we're going back to the Atlantean times, where technology pretty much took them out, and it's like we've, done that complete circle, that cycle, and we're back around to it again. And it's like, okay, what are we choosing? Are we going to self-implode again, or are we going to go, hey, I think it's time to stop this now, because look what it's doing to us. So I came upon, and it's funny because I heard about earthing, years ago, but I just, for some reason, maybe I wasn't ready at the time, but I just thought, this sounds too complicated to me. And somebody was talking about turning off your main electrical switch in your house and sleep at night like that. And, I just thought all that stuff that was way over my head. I don't know anything about earthing. And, boy, was I wrong. And back then, I really should have took the extra time to research it a little bit more. And speaking of, I have my earthing wristband on and my cord, which is connected to an outlet, a grounded outlet, because my house is newer, so all my outlets are grounded. So if you connect, to a grounded outlet, you'll get immediate grounding. But okay, so let me tell you the story about how I came upon earthing. I'm a heart math. I do heart math. I do a lot of mentoring and coaching and helping people, find their true meaning in life. And I was going through this process in the master courses with heart math, and it was all about finding your heart's true desire. We listen so much to our brain chatter. Our brain says we need to do this and we need to do that, and a lot of times we're doing all these different things because of like for me, I used to call myself a jack of all trades and a master of none. I went out and I've just done so many courses and classes and certificates and licenses, and it wasn't what my true heart's desire was. It was basically what I thought society expected of me. And I also did all this because in doing heart math work, I realized that a lot of the issues in taking all of this on was I was trying to prove to my family and to basically my family that I was worthy of being loved. So that kind of tells you a little bit of what my growing up years was like. And I apologize if you can hear the fan in my computer. Every time the fan turns on in my computer, you can hear it. And I don't know why. Microphone must pick it up. But anyways, I apologize for that. Very annoying. But anyways, earthing, how I found this out. So I'm working, with the heart mastery and really wanting to know once again what my true heart's desire was. And I'm always, if you've listened to me before, I'm always talking about Gaia. I'm all about Gaia. I know our ascension and the event. It all has to do with Gaia and our connection with her. And so many people have lost their disconnection, and that's why we have so much illness and disease in this world. And that's why so many of us are still going, well, I'm not feeling the event. I'm still having all these issues. And, and I keep saying, you guys need to connect with Gaia. You need to talk to her. And so I'm always doing this. And so I was using her when I was working and going deep within that sacred heart space. And I was really communicating with her. And I was like, okay, I really want to find a way of really connecting with you, Gaia. And is there some way of connection, some way I can connect with you? Because I really want to communicate and I really want to feel you. And I just feel that you are the way to healing. When I do all of my Reiki healings, I'm always incorporating Gaia. But I was missing one link. And I told her, I said, please show me a way or send something to me that I know is coming straight from you that I can use to connect with you and further my ascension growth and, really take part in this event and ascension thing going on. So a couple days later, I go to Natural Grocers to do my Monday shopping. And in the back there where they have the little coffee bar and they have some seating tables and stuff where they do some of their presentations, they have bookshelves for books that you can buy. And, a couple times I just walk by. It says, I am addicted to books. I write books. So I'm addicted to books. And it's like, oh, I don't need any more books. No more books. So this one morning, it was like the pull was so strong. I had to walk in there. And you know how when there's a book on the shelf that's for you? It's like you just walk like all of these books, but there's this one section that's calling to you and you walk straight to it. And that book practically jumps off the shelf at you. How many of you had that happen? I've had that happen so many times. And so I walked in there as I really didn't really know what I was looking for. I'm in a Natural Grocers. It's like, I don't need any more cookbooks. I don't need any more books about herbs. I already have my herbal certificate. I know all about that stuff. And I was like, I don't even know why I'm in here. And so I walk in there and I walk straight. I'm drawn straight to the very center of the bookshelves. And I'm up like 3 or 4 rows. And my hand and my eyes stop. And I see this book. I see the spine of this book. And I'd forgotten. And it was like earthing. And I didn't even remember what it was. What's earthing? So I picked this book out. And I read the cover. And it's also won the Nautilus Book Awards. I entered one of my books for that award. And it was like, okay, Gaia, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And so she was talking to me and she led me to the book. And this is what she wanted me to know. This is what she wanted me to learn about, take in, especially at this very important time when we are being bombarded with all of the EMFs. I mean, all this technology, everywhere you look, you know, we have cell phone towers, and the poor people with the smart, what do you want to call them? This smart meters for the electricity, and 5G rolling out, and it was like, this is exactly what I needed to learn about. And because I was doing, you know, my heart math work, if I was not doing my heart math work, I would not have come across this book. You know, I'd still be going around, oh, you know, I feel terrible, I'm awful, I can't think, I'm sick all the time, my migraines are really taking me down, and a lot of us are erroneously thinking these are ascension symptoms. And a lot of this stuff, you guys, is the psyop. I just saw an orb. So a lot of the stuff that we're going through is not really ascension symptoms. A lot of it is environmental, and it has to do with the EMS and what it is doing to our body. It is deteriorating our body, and our loss of connection to this planet, who we are going to ascend with. Remember, we're taking our body with us. Who is our body? Earth, our body. Water, our blood. Air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. So it's more than just taking this with us. It is taking, oh my gosh, that just came into my head, you guys. I knew this, but it just came in my head that I needed to tell you this. The body is our Mother Earth. Thank you, Gaia. Makes sense, doesn't it? It really makes sense. And for those of you who cannot get that in your heads, you are losing the missing link. And I've said this before, that, you know, we need to go with Gaia. And, you know, we talk about, oh, ascension is all about learning to take the body with us, take the body with us. Well, yeah, not only this one, but the one that we are residing in right now. We signed up for this. That's all part of the job. So earthing, if you want to know more about it, Laura Koniver, Dr. Laura Koniver, I have her link to her YouTube channel in the description. Go to her YouTube channel. She is a huge proponent for earthing. And when Clint Ober, a man who had a business in working with cable TV and cable networks, it just, like Gaia was talking to him one night, you know, he just had all this money, and you know, it's like, I have all this money, and it doesn't even make me happy anymore, and I have a purpose in life, and what is it that I'm supposed to do with it? I feel like there's something more to life. Well, he is the pioneer for rediscovering earthing, because this is something that the ancients already knew. Planting our feet on the ground, exchanging the negative electrons with our positive electrons. We carry positive electrons, and Gaia carries the negative electrons, and we need to take those in, and we need to do the exchange with her, give her a positive, and we you know, we know this, you know, being with at the ocean, or being at a lake, or a moving river or stream, how it emits the negative electrons, and what that does to our body. Ultimately, what it does is it decreases inflammation. And they've done, and science is finally, after decades, science is finally on board with this. And there's all kinds of evidence, and even HeartMath talks about, this is something I know from HeartMath, and this is something I know from studying and learning and being part of this planet, is that when you ground, it is very, very heart math. You know, heart math, it's all about heart rate variability. You want to increase heart rate variability, you know, that beat to beat, what's going on from beat to beat, you know, and you want it to be coherent because that's where we are at an optimal state of being. And so heart math, they do a lot of stuff about the frequency of our planet and what this has to do with the shift that's going on right now. We're not just about energy management and relaxation and getting better sleep. It goes a lot deeper than that. How far down the rabbit hole do you want to go with this? Like I said before, one of my videos, Drunvalo Melchizedek, who does Flower of Life, he's talking about heart math's work. And he's talking about what heart math knows about the sacred, the energy, the sacred energetic spot within our heart, and how he knows from heart math how to access this. It's not just any old meditation. So they know that what happens is when you ground, you are increasing your heart rate variability, and you are putting yourself into coherence, and you are shutting down the chattering mind, the words that are in our heads that don't belong to us, the thoughts that are in our heads that don't belong to us. That's that outside infiltration. And so grounding and earthing is our only defense against this outside interference, 5G infiltration from we know who. I don't need to go there. So, you know, it was more imperative now than ever that I remembered and reconnected with this, you know, with what's going on. You know, they're saying they're going to roll out 5G in the next 18 months, but some of them are saying even sooner. And, you know, so this is more important now than ever to share this. So I want to share Laura Koniver, Dr. Laura Koniver's video channel. Go to her video channel. I think it's more important now than ever for those of us who are doing these channels to stop worrying about how many likes I can get and how many subscribers I can get. And I want to have more subscribers than that person. It's more imperative now than ever that those of us who have YouTube channels and are putting up the information, that we take responsibility in sharing each other's work. If there's somebody else out there that you really like their work, no, you need to go to their channel. And I've done this before. I always talk about other people. And so go to her channel and find, you know, earthing, anything with Clint Ober or Dr. Sinatra, you know, Dr. Stephen Sinatra. He's got a lot of really cool videos. Martin Zucker, I'm not really as familiar with him, but you can look for his videos, maybe videos with his name in it. But go and learn about this and how very, very, very important this is at this time. How important it is for our heart and how important it is for where we're going right now, the shift, and how important it is for us to survive this if they do roll out 5G. And yeah, you know how I've said before how you know, my horses, I go out and I work with my horses and I work with clients with my horses, and you know, they're grounded. They're, you know, I am not a believer in shoes, metal shoes for my horses, because what does that do? Tennis shoes unground you. Any man-made material, you know, back in the 50s or the 60s or whatever it was when they started, who was it? Was it DuPont maybe? I don't know. One of the huge manufacturers that started rolling out rubber. Before you know it, rubber sneakers are out there. And so, you know, when you wear shoes that have that man-made material, you are insulating yourself from your planet. And the natives knew this a long time ago. They said, take off your shoes. If you have to wear something, wear thin leather. But, you know, we're in a time of veganism, and so we don't want to really do that either. But I know not everybody can walk around. You know, I live up in the mountains, and I'm in, you know, west central Colorado. So my property is a lot of granite, a lot of sharp rocks, and prickly pear, cactus. Yes, talk to my dogs about it. So I have to actually what I do is I go out. I always gone out in the pasture barefoot with my horses, and I loved it, and I don't know why. Well, this is how I know, you know. So, and those who like us live in the really dry, arid areas, it's not enough just to put your feet down. Sometimes we have to actually water the area first because we're very dry, you know. So we need to water, and we bring moisture. It's like when you're earthing and you're laying in bed. Excuse me, you're laying in bed at night on your sheet, and the sweat, you know, from your skin is conductive. So, you know, you're really bringing that in, that grounding those negative electrons in. And so, you know, when you do that outside, if you're in a very dry area, you know, you might want to think about, you know, putting some water down first, or, you know, this is why lightning is so cool, because what is it doing? It's putting more of that negative electrons in the air. And, you know, it's like, how come after a thunderstorm, the air feels so fresh and so clean? Because it's taken out all of that positive ions, whatever you want to call it, positive electrons out of the air. You know, it's what causes the dust to fly around and float around in the air. You know, so we're taking that static out. And my horses know that when I am not grounded, because when I go, especially Ciara, my mare, if I go to pet her and she backs off, she knows I'm statically charged. And so I have to do something to stop that before I can touch her. Otherwise, what do? I zap her in the face, and she hates it. So this isn't nothing new. This is, you know, something that's been out there for a long time. And, you know, the trolls will say, oh, yeah, well, you know, you got to watch it, you know, when you're in high EMF areas and you're grounding, you know, because you got to be careful that you're not bringing in dirty power. And so, you know, you will want to ground a dirty electricity well. Any grounding is better. Any grounding is better than no grounding at all. And yeah, they call it the pure cord now. If you're very oversensitive to the EMFs, like I am, and get a lot of migraines and headaches, you can get this pure cord, and it has a filter system in it, and it's able to filtrate out a lot of that extra EMF. You know, not that it's real harmful anyways. It's just a pure electron, I guess you want to call, that's coming through. And you can, I know Dr. Laura Koniver has done a whole video, and she shows, and she's got her little test going on, and you can hear the difference in the non-pure cord versus the pure cord. But like she says, any grounding is always better. And if you live by the ocean, lucky you, the salt water is an excellent form. There goes my fan again. Sorry about that, guys. Is an excellent form of grounding. So this is something that I got straight from Gaia herself, you guys. And it's very imperative. It's very important. And, you know, yeah, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink. But, you know, this is all part of taking the body with us. You know, we need to learn to work with Gaia. And not just, you know, oh, she can take care of herself. She can do this. We don't need to do anything. And we need to at least be connected with her. And what better way than grounding? So anyways, if you guys need to learn more about heart math and what I do, and learn more about reaching your true heart's desire, you know, what your blueprint, your heart's blueprint, what you really came in to do in this lifetime. We all came in at this point in time to be part of this huge game that's going on. It is really a game. You know, when this all said and done and we're gone from here, we're going to look back and go, wow, that was one hell of a ride, wasn't it? I mean, I really, you know, made some good moves there when I was there. And so ultimately, yes, it is a game. It's all about us becoming the optimal soul, you know, having optimal growth while we're here and doing, you know, what our true heart's purpose. Our heart, once again, is our source self. It is that source energy. It's, you know, source, and here we are. And in the middle is the heart. You know, source is on one side, the heart in the middle, and then here we are in the 3rd, 4th, 5th dimension. And so you want to learn more about that and work with that, contact me, go to my website. My website is always listed in the descriptions. And I'm very affordable. And if you're in the area and you want to come to the mountain region of our beautiful mountain town of Salida, right on the Arkansas River, where you can whitewater raft. And our town is very healthy and artsy, and a lot of great music, a lot of great art stores. It's a great town. You want to come and spend the day, I have a day retreat where you can come and I teach you the beginning stages of working through the heart and help you be more responsible about what it is you are feeding the heart field. Remember, I talked about that before. What are you feeding the field? That is all part of this ascension process. And we'll work with my horses. You get to work. This is non-riding. I am not a rider. I'm done with that. I believe we do not belong on the back of the horse. The horse is never built to carry weight. And so it is, we're working with the horse's heart field. They're healing, and I help you with some connected touch methods that we do, and you're helping the horse to release, you know, stuck energy and with the horse. And then in the meantime, when you're doing that, the horse is sending and helping you to release stuck chi within you. And then I also do a Reiki session. We do a grounded Reiki session, and then we do touch drawing, expressive arts. And it's so much fun, you guys. It's so much fun. So come spend, you know, 5 hours with me up in this beautiful mountain. I have the mountain range behind me. I have Mount Shabano, one of the 14ers, and then you can look down on the city of Salida. It's gorgeous up here. I'm in a gated private community on 12 acres. So if you're interested in coming out and spending a day with me, contact me. Go to my website, see what I offer. So get grounding, you guys. Get grounded and take responsibility for what you're feeding the field and reconnect. Take them sneakers off. And there's, they also have shoes now that you can buy that are grounded, or there's little copper shoe kits you can get to help ground your favorite shoes. So you don't have to get rid of your favorite, but most of all, really sink your feet. You know, bare feet is really good. We have that K1 point, that acupuncture point at the bottom of our foot, you know, right there at the ball of our foot in the middle. And that is where the chi, the energy, comes up from Gaia into our body, and it's carried through that K1 point, carried to the bladder meridian, and then, you know, brought up through, because the bladder meridian runs through our whole body, same as in the horse. So I highly recommend it, you guys. Do it, and then let me know how it's going. All right. We'll talk to you soon.